don't even need nobody hit a foul.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we'll see who rules the skies in today's battle. It's the New York Jets and the Seattle Seahawks next on Madden NFL 24.
Renamed in late 2020, there's a look at Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Seattle Seahawks. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis, thrilled to be with you from the broadcast booth. And partner, before we get this thing started, what are you going to be watching?
Who gets off to a fast start? In horse racing terms, they talk about catching a flyer out of the gate. Who sets the pace and makes the other team chase?
Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle. Xavier Gipson now from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. Under center is a 6'2", 225-pound signal caller, Aaron Rodgers.
There have been very few quarterbacks in the NFL who have been as consistent throughout their career as Aaron Rodgers. He's been good for so long, and we've seen no decline in his skills. His accuracy and arm strength continue to elevate the talent around him, and his in-game mistakes, few and far between.
They'll start on the ground, Hall. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
Rodgers now on first down. His throw here is incomplete.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And they get him to the ground quickly, but he's out near midfield at the 49-yard line. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. To throw, it's Rodgers. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Here's Rodgers to throw. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 40. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play Never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Boye Mafe buries him for a loss of 11 from his outside linebacker spot.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. On play action, it's Rodgers. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
You get a sense of what this game plan might be. They think they can take a few home run shots against this defense. They tried it there on the opening drive, but that ball's incomplete.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. Throwing now is Rodgers. An off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. When those extra defenders on the field, dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit into football.
So Rodgers will depart, and on is Greg Zuerlein for the Jets field goal. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. Zuerlein's kick is up and through, and the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
After the made field goal, Zuerlein back out there now to send this one away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Here come the Seahawks and their offense now under veteran head coach Pete Carroll. And leading them out, the former Jet, playing against his ex-team, the 39th overall pick in 2013, drafted by those Jets, Geno Smith.
Didn't exactly cover himself in glory during his time with the Jets, 11-18 as a starter. Almost wonder if not going in the first round and having to come back that second day of the draft was a precursor about what was going to happen with him with the Jets. Plenty of talent, great mind, a football gym rat, but it never came all together while he was in New York.
And now he's on the other side. Smith on first down. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Geno. Smith and Jigba with the grab. And he'll have this past the 30, prior to going out of bounds. 11 yards for number 11.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Now Geno on first down. Well, the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards 2:22 on the clock. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now it's Smith off the bootleg. That quick throw there is incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll run. It's Kenneth Walker. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Geno now to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 33. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want their body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping that one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
0 hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
Off of play action, here's Smith. Eluding the... Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long. Smith. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. And the first play will be a field goal try. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So a return of serve, so to speak, here on the second drive of our game as they respond to that opening field goal with 3 of their own.
I like that. Go a little tennis on me.
I know you. You like to mix it up with sports.
They crack a forehand back out and they get a backhand. What was the serve? What's the return on?
It was a backhand.
I like that.
Really good backhand.
It's a nice top spin on the whole bit. I love it. Almost a mirror image when you really get down to it. I thought that was pretty good stuff.
Each team with a possession, each team with a field goal as the kick is away. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Back on the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now Rodgers. Throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
No receivers open, so who's forced to put that one into Puget Sound? That's a great job defensively blanketing those receivers. And ultimately, a smart idea by him just to get the ball out of there.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Well, throw here right sideline falls incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Yeah, that's a nice job there defensively to blanket those receivers on 3rd down. And as a quarterback, all you can do is just lob one toward the bench. Not too close, mind you, and live to pump the football.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. He finds his man, complete. That's Russell. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 2nd down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. 2nd and 7. Up the middle, here's Walker. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here comes 3rd down and 7. Smith now to throw. And that one to the right side and incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Well, obviously searching for their first touchdown this game, partner. And that quick 3 and out, that's not going to achieve that at all. Give victory to the secondary there. They brought out tight coverage on that 3rd down snap.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Another go-around now for the Jets offense. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Rodgers now on 1st down. Open man here is Conklin. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 4. Now Rodgers. And he'll find Hull. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That's good for a Jet 1st down, a gain of 13.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a 1st down.
Paul want to give up the middle. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Throwing is Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. This now a 3rd and 4. From midfield, here's Rodgers. Able to fire. It's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 37. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Boy, everything clicking on this drive. He's 4 for 4 now, and that throw, maybe the best of the bunch. This offense is really humming, and they pick up another first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers. This pass out wide to Hall. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Pass thrown to Adams. He's got it on the crossing route. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that will bring up 2nd down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. To throw is Rodgers. He'll find Lazard here over the middle. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. This will be caught at about the 5. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
And that's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort, but instead he sets his guys up in excellent shape with a 1st and goal.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Rodgers going to throw. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Tyler Conklin from 4 yards out. And the Jets will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead is now 10-3. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And the Seahawks offense going to get one final possession in this first half. And within trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. 30 seconds remain in this first half as they come up here 1st and 10. Throwing is Smith.
Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off.
And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
New York's offense back out there and set to go. And they will begin in field goal range already as they search for a potential score.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And they eventually get to him at the 17 after a pickup of 17 into the red zone. 1st down.
First down, Jets.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, this from 34. Zerline's kick is up and through. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. This taken in right around the goal line.
So we've reached halftime with the visiting Jets on top. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everyone, to our brand new studios here in downtown Orlando in the EA Sports Halftime Report. This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, but we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side can play mistake-free football the rest of the way.
The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter.
Here's Moore. He will return it. And tackle. 1-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Seahawk offense set to go to begin this third quarter. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing.
That's caught inside the 20. It's a big play there for Seattle. And even 60 yards.
That's the kind of play this offense desperately needed. They've got to be saying, our defense has kept us in the ball game. We're down, but we're certainly not out. And maybe that was the spark that they've been searching for.
Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone because eventually you're going to...
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. 10-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks have cut it back within a score. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead down to 3 at 13-10. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll punt it away for the second time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Pulled in at the 24. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up 1st and 10 right at the 30. Throwing now is Geno. But the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Javon Kinlaw able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Play action. It's Smith. Out to the right. He gets it to Lockett. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 35. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Returning right back to Lockett. And he's got room. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That one goes for 24 yards. They'll get this out wide to Metcalf. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 14 yards that time for number 14. Here's Walker. And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. Give him 9 yards on the carry there. A good run. And now 2nd and goal. Walker. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something. Third and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. but I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think.
Oh, it's complete. A diving grab there by Brown. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Pharaoh Brown with an amazing diving catch. And the Seahawks have scored again in this third quarter, this time to move out in front. The extra point now coming from Myers. And that will make this a 4-point game. So that lines up a 7-play drive all total. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. So problems there on the return. Very. What you need when you've just surrendered the lead.
Not at all, because this now has a chance to really snowball on them quickly. Their offense was on the sidelines talking about getting on the field and getting that score back.
Walker now on 1st and 10. Runs over. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Ken Walker with now his 2nd touchdown of this third quarter. And the Seahawks get another third quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. These guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The New York set to take the field. They're looking to turn things around here. They've been shut down in this third quarter. That was after a good first half offensively.
And you wonder where it all goes, and it feels like it goes away fast because it takes some time to build up good momentum, great play calling, excellent execution, and then like a blink of an eye, you're losing the game. How do you get back there again? I'm sure they've talked about it, and they've got a plan. Now can they put it into practice?
The lead gone, now the search to find it again. Here's Rodgers to throw. The left side throw complete to Adams. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to go. now in Seattle, Washington. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the fourth quarter. The Jets on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now it's Rodgers. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. Throwing now is Rodgers. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. Rodgers now on first down. He gets it underneath to Hall. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. There's Hall bringing in another one. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
2nd and goal from the 1. Rodgers now to throw. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Aaron Rodgers taking it in from a yard out. And the Jets have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Rodgers will throw for it. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And running with power here. And they're going to have terrific field position as they finally get to him, but just shy of the midfield stripe. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays, they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 74 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And going right back to Walker. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. 2nd and a couple. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Smith going to throw it. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. Whistles now in a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. They'll try and run Walker. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Kenneth Walker punching it in from a yard away. And the Seahawks are able to build on to their fourth quarter lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. A break there for this offense as they will get a chance to start at the 40-yard line.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure. Because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
Second down, 8 yards to go. To throw, it's Rodgers. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Julian Love picks it. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. I suppose it wasn't out of the realm of possibility that we could have seen a comeback, but that touchdown should put any hopes of a comeback out of reach. It's been a really quality effort for him here in this one.
And no matter what else you think, you have to admire the initiative to finish things off their way. Don't leave anything to chance, no matter how small the odds of a comeback were. Send it home with a touchdown and get to celebrate it.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that will make this a 19-point game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. On the throw led him too much that time. It's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And that's a lesson learned from the previous drive. Last time he forced one, and it turned into a pick six. Here, he knows better, and he just throws that one away.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 42. On play action, Rodgers. Throwing for the out route, he finds Wilson. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. On first down, Rodgers. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. It's Devontae Adams hauling it in from Aaron Rodgers. And the Jets have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Zerline connects on the extra point, and they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And wait a minute, did the Jets get it? They did. Well, that certainly makes things more interesting. You get the score, then you get the onside kick. A little uphill battle still, but a start.
It's not mission accomplished, but the plan is working. They are in a great spot right now, and the best part, they put the defense right back out on the field after having already scored.
Yeah, they've got the momentum here now.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do